I'd like to share with you what we do and how we do it at Baker Law Group. Our sole focus is design and construction law. We are not real estate attorneys. We do not work in other practice areas. We help architects and engineers and property owners and real estate developers and contractors and lenders and others in the design and construction space. And we're not likely to expand into other practice areas. This is a design and construction law firm. The strategy that we used to make our clients happy, to improve their lives, is to prevent disputes where possible and to minimize their impact on our clients' business operations and personal lives when they're not preventable. The tactics that we use in order to achieve those outcomes are helping our clients find the right project delivery methods to get into excellent design and construction contracts and to be smart about dispute resolution. I have a lot of opinions about arbitration, mediation, litigation, and I believe that I have found something which is true about the way that we can make our clients' lives better, and that is really one of the driving forces behind this firm. That's the what, okay? But the how, how do we do things around here? What's the way that we do things around here? It's going to be an open culture for the entire duration of this firm's existence. I've heard a smart person once describe what I hope to continue to build around here as an information meritocracy. I want to know what people are thinking. I do not want a bunch of supplicants who are going to tell me whatever I want to hear, and I don't want a lot of people who are unwilling to make their voice known, and so that they quietly have grievances that never come to the surface. This is going to be an open culture. It is going to be a place where people want to be. I want your input. If you have something to say of value, I don't care what level of employee you are at this firm, the expectation is that I'm going to hear it because it is an information meritocracy. I want the best ideas to come forward, and I want to put them into practice to improve the lives of our firm's employees and their families, and to do the same for our clients. I want creativity. I want new ideas. I want to constantly learn and change. However, and this is important, when the processes and the systems are set, when we, you and me and the rest of the team, take the best of our ideas and we hone them into the approach, when we've figured out the way that we're going to do things around here, which will evolve every day, then the systems are set. And there is an expectation of compliance. People are going to all run the same processes, procedures. They're going to use the best practices. People are not going to be free to freelance or not going to be free to deviate. Now, that's not to say that an experienced litigator or a very senior contract attorney who is able to come in here and teach me a better way of doing things is going to be put into some little box. But it is to say that this law firm will be driven by systems and processes and procedures. And it's going to be important for everybody who becomes an employee of this firm, no matter how senior or junior you are, to not just follow those systems and processes, but also contribute your own unique brilliance and your own willingness to help create and hone those systems and processes for the good of the firm. If you are a litigation associate and there isn't a process for how we issue subpoenas, next time you issue a subpoena, it's the expectation that you are going to write that process so that somebody who follows in your footsteps can benefit from that so that they don't have to reinvent the wheel. And what you can expect if you are a mid-level lawyer is to come into this firm and to benefit from the procedures and the processes and the best practices that I am trying to right now set out in step-by-step ways so that you don't have to reinvent the wheel and so that you do not need to come and be taught every moment that you're encountering something new. The hope is that we're going to have a very deep library of processes and procedures that employees at all levels of the firm are going to be able to benefit from for the long term. And so if you're not willing to both contribute to the development of new processes and procedures, and if you're not willing to take advantage of what's already been prepared for you, and if you are not willing to understand that when we have figured out the way that we're going to do things around here, if you're not willing to comply with that and to help me improve it as best you can, then you shouldn't submit your resume, because this is not a place where we're going to have a bunch of freelancers. It's not a my way or the highway place, but we are going to try to systematize the way that we do things around here so that we can take efficiency to a new level as part of our creation of an excellent culture that is centered around improving the lives of our employees, the lives of their families, and doing right by our clients.